Gina Rinehart has shared her solution to the housing crisis, suggesting the government scrap various taxes and slash the number of new immigrants. Executive Director of the Australia Institute, Richard Dennis, joins us now. Richard, she wants to cut the fuel excise, stamp duty and recycling taxes to ease the cost of living crisis. What do you think about that plan?
Look, the old trickle-down economics, it's been tried and failed for decades. But the reality is we're about to get tax cuts. The stage 3 tax cuts are about to come in, around $20 billion a year, and they're going to provide a lot of cost of living help for high-income Australians, nearly $100 a week, not so much for low-income Australians facing real problems in accessing housing. So I think if governments want to do things, I think some more taxes from the fossil fuel industry, we collect more revenue from HECS than we do from the petroleum resource rent tax, and I'd be spending that money on things like free childcare and better housing support.
It's pretty popular, the fuel excise. People suggesting that we should do that, cut that. What would that do to things like maintenance on roads?
Well, of course, Gina Rinehart and the mining industry already get out of paying excise on petrol, so, you know, I can see why she thinks everybody should avoid it. But the reality is, if we do cut taxes like that, if we want to have a budget deficit, if we want to have a budget surplus, if we cut those taxes, we're going to have to spend less money. So whether it's on roads, whether it's on housing, there's no free lunch.
There's some popularity in the immigration argument, cutting immigration. She reckons that also it might solve a variety of issues, including housing, road traffic, and hospital wait times. How much of a stretch is that, or is it pretty accurate?
Look, both parties are suggesting we need to control a very recent post-COVID surge in inflation, but the idea that immigration is causing high house prices is, well, it's frankly ridiculous. We saw that house prices went through the roof during COVID when there were no migrants coming into Australia. So it's good politics to link it to immigration for some, but it's not good economics.
Well, Stephen Miles says effectively on the front page of the Courier Mail this morning, I don't know whether he's saying that or the headline writers at the Courier Mail are, but stop the boats, stop the traffic.
Well, look, I think it's a lot more complicated than that. And again, both parties, the government and the opposition, are looking at ways to rein in this very big surge in migration that happened after COVID. But in the long run, we actually need to invest more in housing and invest more in the services that people need. That's the solution.
Good to talk to you, Richard. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Visit australiainstitute.org.au for all our latest research, commentary and analysis, as well as details for upcoming events and webinars.